Good evening, everybody. It's Monday night, and this would be your selection Saturday kickoff short for this week as we get you ready for the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday games. And we are not going to waste any time. Let's get right to it. 2 games on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday, and 1 on Friday. Off we go. First up, a couple of Conference USA matchups. We have 5-3 New Mexico State visiting 3-5 Louisiana Tech. If New Mexico State wins, they're going to go bowling for the second consecutive year. With that being said, take Diego Pavia and the Aggies for the win on the road and getting their ticket punched for the bowl season. Undefeated Liberty against 4-3 Western Kentucky. You know, Liberty could very easily sit on their laurels. They just don't choose to. They keep winning. Western Kentucky, I like to think, is going to be back in the bowl conversation, just not this week. So we're going to ride with the Liberty Flames one more time. And that takes care of the Tuesday matchups. Wednesday, 6-2 Jacksonville State against 4-4 FIU. Much like Liberty, Jacksonville State looking for a bowl bid that many think should be theirs in their back pockets already. But of course, as you know by now, the NCAA likes to throw some wrenches into the works. And, well, that's still subject for final validation once the season ends. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, taking Jacksonville State over FIU. Now that takes care of the helmet portion. The next 4 games are all lanyard selections. So this is going to be fun, especially considering the first one finds 2-6 UTEP against winless Sam Houston. Really? Well, you know something? It's time the Bearcats get their due. They haven't won a game all year. It's time that they pick up their first win. They almost did win a game in overtime earlier in the year, so it's high time that the Sam Houston Bearcats get one in their own backyard. It would make their season. I'm going to go ahead and take Sam Houston to beat UTEP. And that, I believe, takes care of the Wednesday portions, which now leaves us with Thursday and Friday. Now I got the dubious distinction of probably giving you the best... Wait a second. How in the heck? Pardon me a moment. I thought I had all the lanyards ready, but one of the lanyards got tangled with one of my favorite lanyards that's going to make a cameo appearance on this episode, and that would be the 2020 Rose Bowl, where Wisconsin and Oregon played in one of the great nail-biting, knuckle-biting, every blade of grass being fought for biting Rose Bowls of all time. One, of course, by Justin Herbert and the Oregon Ducks, 28-27. Every show, something different, something to get me laughing. But anyway, as I was saying, we have Georgia State and Georgia Southern. 6-1 Georgia State, already locked for a bowl bid. Georgia Southern at 5-2. I like to think they'll have their bowl bid, just not this week. I'm going to go with Georgia State, and I got this all out of whack here. There we go. Georgia State over Georgia Southern. And that takes care of the first of the 2 Thursday nighters. The other one involves Syracuse and Virginia Tech. Syracuse unbeaten in non-conference play, winless in conference play. Syracuse is 4-3, and yet they are at the bottom of the conference right now. Going into Blacksburg, taking on a Virginia Tech team that's 3-4. And I like to think Syracuse's fortunes are not going to change for at least another week. I, however, am going to go with Sandman and the Hokies at home against the Orange, which now leaves us with our final pick. FAU on Friday, visiting Charlotte. FAU at 3-4. Charlotte at 2-5. This is one of those deals where I really wished ESPN would do a better job in flexing their college games. No one wants to see these teams. Not even them. But I am going to take FAU to beat Charlotte. And with that, we put a quick close on your Monday night Selection Saturday Kickoff short video, having eclipsed 6.5 minutes and making the picks. But yet the fun begins when the rest of the Week 9 slate gets into high gear with your helmet selections on Friday, not to mention the lanyard selections on Saturday. And plus, I will be at the W&J Case Western Reserve game Saturday evening, which means I'm going to miss Oregon and Utah. Nevertheless, that's the slate, and we are out of here. BR signing off for the Selection Saturday Kickoff Show Short. Good night, everybody.